Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good. Important news are new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Monday, October 17th, 2022, National Pasta Day. And Mamo Prey has already started dinner for tonight, which will be a delicious pasta dish, possibly ready in time for you guys to get a sneak peek of. Some rigatoni, rotellini, ratana, the spiral stuff with some olive oil and a little bit of garlic and some parsley, maybe some peas. It'd be delicious. And I actually, despite having a pretty bad stomach issue these last few days and weeks, as many of you guys know, after my stream this morning, I'm actually a little hungry so I can't wait. I can't wait. For those, again, the elephant in the room this afternoon was the stream I did this morning on the Birdo Prey 5X channel. If by chance you didn't see it, the short review was I was having a bit of a breakdown this morning. I'm dealing with some medical issues. I know I'm always dealing with medical issues. What's new? But they particularly built up today, and I'm sorry. I needed to vent. And I appreciate everybody who let me do that. And thank you to everybody who gave me sincere wishes and thoughts and prayers and wisdom, advice. It's all appreciated. Thank you all so much. The shorter of this is that I will probably need some medical tests and or procedures. I suspect I will end up in the hospital, possibly needing an operation sometime in the next few days, weeks, or months. I'm not sure the timeline, but I suspect sooner than later. And until all that goes and finishes and I'm recovered, I just don't know how much streaming and how much other content I'll be able to do. I will, of course, try to do my best, but notice that if I miss a stream or something, I am very sorry, but it probably just means I was too sick to stream. Um, but well, I just hear I know LDG is streaming his dinner. If you are watching or listening to LDG streaming his dinner stream, his audio just came back on, so I didn't realize I had him in the background, but LDG is out at a buffet, and I saw him eating crab legs a few minutes ago, and I suspect he's going to have a rough night himself because every time LDG goes out to a buffet, he tends to have a rough night. So, an all you can eat live stream right now on his channel, if you are so interested. Yeah, he apparently stained his new shirt a few times. There was some butter stains on the shirt, but he I will leave him be for now. But if you're interested, head over to LDG if you want to watch a grown man plow through a all-you-can-eat buffet. Because I guess some people are into that. He's actually there celebrating the commemorating, perhaps a better word, his roommate's dog, unfortunately, needed to be put down today, and it was a very sad and emotional time over there. And I think this dinner is to perhaps say goodbye to the dog Bella, and also kind of I don't know, help eat away the sadness. No, I don't mean that in any disrespect, but comfort food is a real thing, and it can be quite comforting to eat. And to be honest, I am extremely jealous that he can eat right now, and I having a hard time keeping down a buttered roll while he is going to town on crab legs, lobster, and God knows what else. Richie Poole, first in the chat, says Qapla, one vok, and says, I had spaghetti last night. I wanted to use up some spaghetti sauce before it went bad. Well, that is a great reason to have some spaghetti. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga, hail Karoga. Thank you, not Ryan Johnson. Richie Poole says, my favorite pasta dish is the jerk chicken pasta at Bahama Breeze. But those bastards pulled out of Arizona years ago. Now I have to go all the way to Las Vegas for my favorite pasta meal. Well, I don't know what Bahama Breeze is, Richie Poole. quite a few favorite pasta dishes, but one of the favorites from a chain restaurant was the Da Vinci pasta or pasta Da Vinci, whichever it's called, from the Cheesecake Factory. That was a very good pasta dish, probably responsible for 20 to 30 pounds of my weight, my body weight at the time. Not a healthy dish by any means, but man, was it good. And then I told everybody we'd be late today. We had some changes in my physical therapy times, and going forward, it looks like we're going to move physical therapy to Tuesday, Thursdays. So there shouldn't be any future issues with bed lives. So that'd be good. That'll be good. Mike Richards says, these fools at Barella are trying to get me to eat pasta made from chickpeas. Really? Well, Mike Richards, I don't know. I might try it. I've had spaghetti squash. That's not so bad. I've had rice noodles. Those aren't bad either. I would try chickpea pasta. I don't know if I would keep it, but I would try it. John Araki says, Bird is going to be pooped when this stream rolls around because I was doing physical therapy. You'd think, but it actually wakes me up a little. Professor Brainy Speck says, Qapla, Professor. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. John Araki with a $1 super chat long before I started. Thank you, John Araki. Let's see what you got. You got the Enterprise shooting a bird of prey. Very cool. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Bird of Prey 5 in chat. Greetings, Mike Richards, and thank you again for your wise words this morning. Dr. Alex says, Qapla, Bird of Prey. I hope you are well and happy. Well, happier this afternoon than I was this morning, Doctor. And Doctor, my apologies. I know every Sunday or even before Sunday, you send me the link for your streams, and I would suggest people do check them out. Unfortunately, your 2 p.m. stream is just, I'm getting ready for my 2:30 p.m. Twilight Zone streams on Sundays, so I can't really make them, but I do appreciate the invitations. Mike Richards has hailed to Professor Brainy Specs. Dr. Alex used the wrong smiley. Addie in stereo, my good friend, says, why couldn't the pasta get into the house? Because he had no key. No key pasta. No key. Gnocchi. It's pronounced no key. Thank you, Addie. Because he had no key. Richie Poole says, have a great stream, Bird and all. As usual, I will be working, so I can't attend. But I will be watching on replay for the drive home. Okay, Richie, thank you so much. And there is the animation caught up with the super chat. I hope you have a safe ride home, Richie Poole. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Qapla, Gorilla. Mike Richards says, we had snow flurries today. Boo. Wow. Mama Prey has been hearing the snow, the S word in the news on the weather, and she is not happy. Not a happy camper. Moxley fan says, Qapla, Bird, hope you and the family are well today. Thank you, Moxley. Moxley says, greetings from Texas. Moxley fan, it's also National Bosses Day. Really? Well, bosses already have all the other days. I don't know that they need a day. Mike Richards says, hashtag pasta is life. That was going to be the Jem'Hadar. The Jem'Hadar motto, pasta is life, but then at the last minute, they changed it to victory is life. They also changed the Jem'Hadar from being a bunch of Italian chefs to being bloodthirsty killers, but minor details. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. Greetings, John. Jedi Bill says, Qapla, brother warrior, bird of prey. Hail, Karoga. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Qapla to you, and hail, Karoga. And Captain Fandom Nerd with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Captain Fandom Nerd says, because we care.
Who's been holding
Thank
up the
you,
damn
Captain.
elevator?
I appreciate it. And again, that was made before the stream even started. Kind. Very kind. Where are we? Resolute Germ says, hello all. Qapla Resolute. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Pathfinder says, hail, Bird of Prey 5. Hope all is well. Qapla Pathfinder. Let's say well enough. But I do recommend anyone who wants a serious look, the behind the scenes, the no holds barred. I mean, to the point that I was at the brink of tears a couple of times. Look at what life is really like. Check out the Bird of Prey 5X stream from this morning called Crappy Morning, Governor of Poker, something like that. That's more of a real look at what life is like some of the time. Not all rainbows. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. All my love to the O'Prays. Thank you, Yvette. Professor Brandy Specs says, greetings to everyone. Moxley fan says, we, the people. Welcome again, Moxley. Dan Ben says hello. Welcome, Dan Ben. Hakeem, Qapla Hakeem says good evening to everyone. Welcome, Hakeem. Captain Fandom Nerds says just no seafood and do not eat on stream. Well, might have to eat a little pasta on stream. We'll see. We'll see if it's done. Dan Ben does like to eat pasta. I would imagine most people do. Yvette says, please no seafood. We can't take any more. LDG has eaten most of the ocean. Well, there's not going to be seafood. I can tell you that. Dan Ben is always waiting to get some new medical issue I didn't have. Yeah, I hear you. John DeMarco says, hope you get well soon. Thank you, John. Obviously, so do I. I really could use Dr. McCoy come by with a pill and throw me a new gallbladder. Dan Ben says, I have to wake up. I have no medical issues. I want to wake up and have no medical issue, but that's just not the way. I hear you, Dan. I hear you. Cody Guy says dual streaming. Yeah. No, LDG streaming. Well, it's a very rare chance he gets to go out to dinner with his mom and go to this all-you-could-eat buffet. Mike Richards says, when a man's sick, he doesn't feel good. My dad. That's excellent wisdom there from your dad as well, Mike Richards. Resolute. No, Resolute. There's no GoFundMe or crowdfund. It's not about this. I appreciate it, but I don't know what's going to come. It's too soon to worry about that. I'm not looking for a start a GoFundMe. Dan Ben says, sometimes getting an upset stomach is because of toothpaste. I don't believe that's my issue here. Captain Fandom Nerds says, LDG is on lobster number 3, maybe number 4 by the time you read this.
I don't want to hear lobster.
Mom O'Fray does not want to hear that. He loves lobster. Arabic Saunders says, Qapla, Qapla, Arabic. Pleasant Valley Picker Canada says, hey, Jet Satting. Hey, Jet Satting. I don't know if that's English. I don't think it is. Oh, my bad keyboard. No problem, Pleasant Valley Picker. He says, stayed home from work today as was not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, Pleasant Valley. I do hope you feel better soon. Pathfinder says, stay strong, man. You are an inspiration, an inspirational man. You know, people tell me that. I really think there's better people to be inspired by. Addie in stereo says, I come for the bird, I stay for the prey. I like it. Not sure I understand it, but I like it. Pleasant Valley Picker says, love pasta, but need to cook my own. Well, that's certainly okay. I used to make my own spaghetti sauce, even though I'm terrible at it. I didn't even like sauce that much before I got sick. I used to make my own. Literally, how did I make it? I asked Mom O'Fray. She's like, well, you get tomato paste, you get tomatoes. I put it in the blender, and then I went to my spice rack, and I had thyme and oregano and some red pepper chips, and I would just pour them all into the pot. And it was a very spicy sauce, and I loved it. I had no idea. I put in some garlic, whatever I had, onion powder. If I had it in the house, it went in. And everybody said, oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. Were they lying? I don't know. John Araki with $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. I appreciate it. What's up?
This afternoon.
Yeah, you could get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
What say?
I'll save it if you can, I guess.
I can.
Okay. Forza Jersey says, happy pasta day. I celebrated Columbus Day with baked ziti and Italian meatballs. Happy belated Columbus Day, too. Thank you, Forza. That sounds delicious. Pleasant Valley Picker says, sending love to you all through. Thank you, Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley says, won't stay long, is not feeling great and needs sleep. Oh, definitely get your sleep. Definitely get your sleep. Oh, I think I passed. Yeah, I passed a bunch of chat. Let me go back.
Who's been holding up the damn
Let me
elevator?
go back. Another super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Another $1. Appreciated. Let's see, where are we? Oh no, maybe I didn't skip. Maybe I didn't. No, I guess I didn't. Gorilla's Random Thoughts is tonight I'm going to make stuffed pasta shells. I got the recipe on my shorts feed. Very cool. Not a fan of stuffed pasta myself. Pleasant Valley Pigger is wishing me well. Pathfinder, another $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. It's one of those days. He's trying for kissing Dax. Pathfinder says, what is the Invisible Man's favorite cosmetic product? Vanishing cream. John DeMarco says, hello to Captain Fandom Nerd. Pleasant Valley says, yeah, it won't stay long, needs sleep. Thank you, though. Mike Richards is venting is good for the soul. Lewis Black. John Araki says, anyone ever seen Mario eat a bowl of spaghetti? Can't say that I have. Stanley says, don't think they sell new gallbladders yet. Don't think they sell new gallbladders yet. No, I don't think so. And Stanley says, can Salty 3D print human organs yet? You know, even if he could, it would take probably 2 to 3 years for him to actually finish one. Jedi Bill says he's now on Lobster 38. I'm only kidding. It's okay, Jedi Bill. John Araki says AOC inspires Bird. Bird inspires you. By transitive property, AOC inspires you. I don't think that's how it works. Gap After Dark says Qapla Bird. LDG has eaten all the lobsters in Florida. So there's a lobster shortage and he's live streaming it. Gap After Dark says, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Gap. John Araki with another super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Kissing Dax, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Well, I'm sure something will happen any minute. John Araki says, in Soviet Russia, dollar appreciates you. In Soviet America, inflation depreciates dollar.
It's a fake.
It's a fake. That one's, yeah, for Tokyo, who I think is on his way to the United States as this plays. Resolute says LDG is the one that destroyed the Alaskan snow crab population. I don't think we can blame the man for the complete loss of the snow crabs, but maybe half. Another $1 super chat from John Araki. Thank you again, John. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey. If Salty made you a 3D printed gallbladder, he will have to send it to Matthew to get it to work. So it will be more like 10 years. Yeah, I 3 years was being nice. I think people are still waiting for stuff he was supposed to do 3-4 years ago. So yeah, 10 years is probably better suited. So yeah, I wouldn't count on a 3D print from Salty, whether it was
who's been holding up the damn elevator
or something more simple. And another super chat. Thank you, John Araki. A lot of Locutus today. A lot of Locutus. And Forza Jersey with a 6-month membership. Chat as a 6 months as a Kurogan orphan. Says celebrating 6 months with chicken, parm, and pasta. Oh, one of my favorite dishes. Although I always get the chicken without the sauce. Just the chicken and the cheese. 47 Yorktown says, I caught almost 15 tons of lobster this fishing season. LDG ate most of it. Oh boy. And John Araki with another super chat. And Forza Jersey with another $1 super chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't know if Kissing Dax is going to make, but you know what? We'll make sure Kissing Dax shows up at this point. Let's, oh, that is the complete opposite of Kissing Dax. That is skiing Bird of Prey, young bird.
who's been holding up the damn elevator
Oh, we're, is that a lot of lobster? Yeah, a ton is still a lot of lobster. Okay, we've got a live feed from LDG at the moment. He's holding his hand over the camera, probably because of the massive amount of food he is putting into his plate as he's up at the buffet, I believe. Maybe he doesn't want to show. Oh, no, he's at his table. Look at those. Look at those drips. I mean, put a napkin on, man. You don't need to get your new shirt all covered in whatever lemon juice. Oh, what is that? What is that? Is that the all-day breadsticks at Olive Garden? He's not at Olive Garden. I know that. Is it soup? Oh. You gotta admire somebody who goes to an all-you-can-eat buffet and then gets soup. Yvette says on his stream, let us pray for the poor toilet. Oh, is that where he was? He was in the toilet. He was at the toilet. Oh my God. Josh reads his bird. You were the chosen Romulan. You were meant to destroy the Federation, not join them. Who said I joined the Federation? I'm not a Romulan. I'm Klingon through and through. Josh reads his bird. They are telling him he can't go home for more. And Resolute says, I thought I was that bad at the buffet. Kay Chevelle says it's a China buffet. I used to love Chinese buffets. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, didn't Homer cause an all-you-could-eat restaurant to go out of business? Yes, he did, and he sued them. And Lionel Hutz took the case. And he had Marge under oath. And Marge said, well, what did you do after you left the restaurant? And she's like, we drove home. And Lionel Hutz was like, Marge, I have to remind you, you're under oath. And she's like, we drove to another restaurant and he ate something pitiful. And Lionel Hutz is like, does that sound like the actions of a man who ate all he could eat? And the jury is like, no, that could have been me. It was like this 800-pound guy on the jury. And the sea captain was the owner of the all-you-could-eat buffet. And no, the camera's on. You want me to turn the camera off?
Just for a second.
Okay. Mamo Pray is coming over for a second. Camera's off. Mamo Pray.
Okay, I just wait for you to taste it. Just taste it and tell me if taste it if or you want to just plain with butter.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
So I can mix it with all of it then?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Okay.
mix it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Mamo
want
Pray.
this here.
Sure, I'll show it off.
Hey, that would be
We got a little bit of pasta here. Mamo Pray just wanted me to taste it first. We got some garlic, some olive oil, some parsley, just oregano, basil, pepper. It's like my whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, no tomato. Again, we had another live look at LDG. Working hard, trying to pound that food, get every last dollar he is owed. What is that? Is that a giant lobster behind him? Wow. I got to tell you, Florida certainly excels at getting food into people. John Araki with another super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Where's LDG streaming? Yes, I will put in the link. Guys, feel free to subscribe to him if you're not. he does do some interesting streams. I'm there a lot of times in the morning. Sometimes we get into debates. Sometimes we just talk about stuff. And sometimes, if you need some computer questions asked, he's actually pretty good at that. Maybe you don't want to talk about Matrix 4 or WandaVision, but there are things he excels at. Thomas is doing home. Yes, the sea captain was ruined, and then he decided to use Homer to sell more to as like as a what was he? He was a thing to get people to come into the restaurant. He was the beast that couldn't be. Yeah, he had to just keep feeding him. Didn't they turn Homer into the Windows sideshow? Yes, that he was the attraction. He was the main attraction for the restaurant. John DeMarcos is this good-looking pasta. It's good tasting. Forza Jersey says, "Ha! My mom always asks me to check the pasta is ready." Well, somebody's got to do it. I'm happy to. So Mom O'Bray added peas to hers. So, but let's see. Grated cheese. Okay. So today, October 17th, holidays. National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. Cold day in hell. No. I like having all my icons out, so I have instant access to every single one of them. When my screen fills up with icons, it's time to buy a new computer. National Pasta Day, which I am celebrating. Thank you, Mama Pray. Have another bite here. It's Black Poetry Day. I'm not sure if it's poetry by Black people or poetry for Black people or poetry about Black people, but it's Black Poetry Day. Celebrate the rich Black culture and experience by reading Black poetry today. And you know what? I'm going to read some. My favorite Black poem. Now, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lyrics was a close second. But actually, and who's to say that it's got to be about a person? My favorite Black poem is about a black bird. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over a many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember, it was the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wart upon its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I'd sought to borrow from the books of Sucres of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here evermore. And on and on and on. The Raven, my favorite Black poem. Happy Black Poetry Day. I participated in Black Poetry Day. And I'm not laughing, but it's Child Poverty Day. It's a child's right to have access to free quality health care and education, and Karoga couldn't agree more. We do that. You know we do. our minds, our Korogan orphan education system, second to none in the world. If you find any orphans, send them to Kuroga. We'll teach them. We'll put them to work. We'll teach them valuable life skills. And we fight childhood poverty every day. It's the Day of Dignity in Bolivia, if that is a real country. I mean, I've never heard of anybody actually from Bolivia, but supposedly they exist. Let's get ready to celebrate the Day of Dignity, a solemn affair for Bolivians. But I don't know any Bolivians. Oh, there's one guy. I don't know if he's even listening anymore. Day of the Races. Day of the Races is a significant holiday, despite some resistance in the indigenous community. What does that even mean? I don't care. Is he forcing a holiday upon the indigenous community? It's Dessalines Day, which I would think was like desalination, but apparently not. Is Jean-Jacques Dessalines was born a champion of freedom and a strict autocrat. How is somebody born a champion of freedom? They haven't even uttered their first word till they're probably 2 years old. How are they born a champion of freedom? I don't know. I disagree. It's Heroes and Forefathers Day in the British Virgin Islands. Seems problematic. Seems a bit misogynist. It's International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. Seems very similar to Child Poverty Day, but whatever. Let's work together to end global poverty. So local poverty, okay. Global poverty, not so much. It's National Catholic Men's Conference Day. It's Catholic Men's Conference Day, the perfect time to plan your next conference. What? It's National Edge Day. The straight edge lifestyle means refraining from alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. I'd never heard of this day, but apparently I live it every fucking day. Every day for the last 15 years. And I'd say 99% of my life, except that 1% where I actually had alcohol for work over the years. National Heroes Day of Jamaica. Jamaica me a hero. Jamaica has 7 great heroes that are remembered and cherished even today. I wonder how many of them were on the bobsled team. National Mulligan Day. If at first you don't succeed, you'll get another crack at it. That's a golf joke. Not a fan. National Payback a Friend Day. Pull up your mobile payment apps and start paying your ex-friends back. Even better day, don't borrow money from a friend day. There are people who specialize in it, and they will break your legs if you don't pay back. So you have more of a reason to pay back. Quoth the raven, Kuroga more. Thank you, John. I like that. Josh Reed says, so Bird, why haven't you got a new computer since your 4 screens are full of icons? There's still enough room in the middle that I can just about see the Defiant. Josh Reed says, from that angle, he looks like Bird. Mamo Bray, did Bird have a twin? Ooh, oh, LDG? No. Thomas Potts says, I think the poems have to be written by someone who is black. Well, that just seems racist. Resolute says, someone is going to call that racist. I just did. Dan Ben, my Android phone sometimes web links on my home screen, shortcuts to websites, but I recently discovered they can disappear when you do a phone update. 54.5 Access Radio says hashtag send kids to Karoga. Josh reads says Bird will take non-orphans for the Karogan Orphan Work Program. Yeah, it's a little known secret. Resolute Germs says Day of Dignity isn't a good thing in Bolivia. It marks a socialist protest over oil sales to the U.S. Son of a bitch. And they got me here trying to celebrate it. Josh reads his Bird, when can we expect the checks? What checks? John DeMarco says, I did know Uncle Paulie had his own day. Oh, pay back a friend day. It's Wear Something Gaudy Day. I don't know. Grab your brightest outfits to celebrate Wear Something Gaudy Day in and out of style. It's Women in the Military Service for America Memorial Anniversary Day. Women officially joined the U.S. military during the last 2 years of World War I. I don't know a lot about women in the military. What I do know, in my limited experience of the of the women I knew in college who went into the military, let's just say they liked a particular thing quite a lot. Granted, everybody in college, likes it, but they were even more particularly interested in this thing than most men, and women generally were less interested in it to begin with. But I'm just saying they liked men a lot. So I guess that's part of the reason. I don't know, but good for them. God bless them. And damn, I missed some of them. It is also finally World Trauma Day. Get informed about trauma and its resulting consequences around the world on this day. And I didn't even know that this morning when I did my own trauma stream. But yeah, it is definitely World Trauma Day. Wordle, unfortunately, I did it already, so it really wouldn't be fair. But let's see. Now, I believe I started with Flame. I went to, no, I don't think I did. Well, whatever. Then I went to tests. And then I went, and this is the answer. So come back in a second if you don't want to see it. That is literally a replaying. That's about how fast I got it to this morning. So if you're interested, you can watch it on, well, no, you can't because LDG deletes the streams. But we did it, and I did it on this morning stream today. Bird's Little Helpers. Again, the link at Yitzi's website if you're interested in this book that Yitzi made about the Karogan Way, a children's book on loyalty, friendship, and the Karogan Way. children's is in quotes. It's not really a book for children, but it has Yitzi's wonderful drawing and great thing to check out. Also, last week, somebody in a Dear Bop gave me the link to this Leanne Rimes official music video, Spaceship, and I told them that I would watch it offline because it was 4.5 minutes long, and I obviously couldn't watch 4.5 minute stream during bed life. And I did. I watched it, and I'll be honest, Leanne Rimes, not my favorite music, not particularly music I was interested in. However, a nude woman walking through the desert wearing only a blanket managed to keep my interest. And then at the 3 minute and 58-second mark, she drops the towel. So yeah, it's all for that, the money shot. I don't even remember what the song's about, but thank you. It was interesting nonetheless. Leanne Rimes, Spaceship official music video for anyone interested. Josh reads his Bird. When can we expect the checks? Again, I'm not sure what checks. Thomas says, then Bird went to the website to find the answer. The end, says Dan Ben. Josh reads, the Karogan Way isn't the book on why you don't want to visit Karoga. No, you do want to visit Karoga. Okay, let's get to Dear Bops. Dear Bops. Dear Ben says, Bird wants to leave the planet, I think. I mean, I don't want to get in a spaceship and blast off, but if I found myself in space on a giant ship and there was no gravity, I still don't think I'd want to go to space. I used to want to go to space, but lately I think not being able to open a window and breathe fresh air, I think that would do me in. I honestly think I don't think I could go to space anymore. Not even for a day. It's weird. Life just changes. Dear Bob, what do you think of this ship? I don't know. It's definitely Trek-ish. The view screen is Star Trek, the animated series, The Time Trap. The Time Trap? That's in The Time Trap? I don't recall it. I don't recall it, but I believe it. Not particularly interested in the ship one way or the other. Doesn't particularly look of interest to me. Dear Bob, why do they have for external use only labels on curling irons? It's because they look like they might go somewhere else. And people are like, I don't know, a nice warm feeling somewhere. But then they don't realize just how warm it gets. And they got a lot of lawsuits, so they had to put for external use only. Legitimate spam. More spam. Dear Bob, where can I get all you can eat lobster Apparently in Orlando, Florida, the exact place you should ask LDG. You can find him at freethenet.org/underground, not backstage/underground. freethenet.org/underground. You can ask him where you can get all you can eat lobster in Orlando, Florida, or near Orlando at least. Dear Bop, how can I win this argument with my boss? He is accusing me of being drunk at work, and the point I'm making is a six-pack don't make me drunk. Well, drunk is a specific, he's not saying you're drinking at work. You have to explain to him that drunk is a specific charge. Words mean something. You could say that you admit to drinking at work. It doesn't mean you're drunk at work. And sue him. Sue him for slander. If he can't prove you were drunk, if he can only prove you were drinking, it sounds like you've got a good case. You should get Lionel Hutz. Dear Bob, why are people upset Elon cut off Ukraine from Starlink? I mean, they've been calling him a national and Hitler for weeks, and then the Ukraine ambassador told him to F off. So he took their advice and cut them off. You know, I don't know that he actually cut them off yet. When I read this story the other day, he had simply said that he was considering cutting them off, that they couldn't forever. He had been paying for this, or Starlink had been paying the Ukrainian bill basically for free for months. And the Ukraine was using Starlink to plan all their attacks. And, like internet was free and guaranteed or something. And it's not, especially when you're depending on Starlink, which is owned by a private company. Now, he said that, well, if other countries wanted to pay the bill, whether it be the United States or NATO or whatever, then yeah, then they can do it. But I think it was very bad precedent that he was paying for it to begin with, or that Starlink was giving it away free. Because basically it's choosing sides. It's choosing sides in a war that really you shouldn't be a part of. I mean, I hate to say the prime directive, but really the prime directive should apply. A U.S. company, unless they want to physically take a side, probably shouldn't be involved in a war that the United States itself has not declared. The United States itself hasn't become a part of. And unfortunately for Elon, he's just the type of person that there is no right answer. Nothing Elon can do will ever get him the respect or the positive applause of the so-called media, of the blue check marks on Twitter. The man can try to save minors or kids trapped in a well, trapped in a cave. People give him shit. The guy launches a car into space. People give him shit. The guy, nothing he can do is ever going to get him the respect that he wants, because he has the wrong opinions, and nothing he can do will ever make those people happy. So personally, I think he should just stop trying. And I think he's realized this too. He's got to just stop trying. Stop trying to please them. You'll never be able to. Gap After Dark is laughing. Cation Mel says, neat bird has a book thanks to Jitsi. Yes. Yes. He's just using it as a tax write-off. What? The Ukraine thing? I don't know if it counts as a tax write-off. Resolute Germ says Ukraine can use a fraction of the billions the Fed are giving them to pay their bill. Exactly. If it's that important, pay the fucking bill. Okay? It's not that it should be giving it away for free to begin with. Like I said, it's bad precedent. Honestly, it makes me scared for the safety of SpaceX employees because it's like you're becoming part of a war. I'm not saying it makes them valid targets, but at some point you got to ask, what point do they become valid targets if you're helping one side and not the other? I don't know, but I don't like it. I definitely don't like Russia invading Ukraine. Don't get me wrong. Ideally, we could get the Russians out of Ukraine. But at this point, I don't know how we do that. Okay? I don't know how you get them to leave. The proper thing to do would have been not to have them invade in the first place. And I really, truly believe had our leadership been different, they would not have invaded. But there's no way to know that for sure. We are where we are. I don't know how we get them out. So it's just a very unfortunate situation. The pillow is big. Great. Come on, pillow, go away, please. Go away. Whatever. Resolute Germs is, yeah. Dan Ben says England is hosting Ukraine for Eurovision because they don't have a place of their own to do Eurovision in. Is that soccer? It is what it is. We got two more Dear Bops. Let's see. Dear Bop, do you think anything could go wrong? Boston University researchers claim to have developed new, more lethal COVID strain in lab. Researchers at Boston University say they've developed a new COVID strain that has an 80% kill rate following a series of similar experiments first thought to have started the global pandemic that began in China. The new variant, a combination of Omicron and the original virus in Wuhan, killed 80% of mice infected with it, university said. When mice were exposed only to Omicron, they experienced mild symptoms. The research was conducted by a team of scientists from Florida and Boston School National Emergency Infectious Disease Labs. I'm not particularly concerned. The New York Post, listen, this headline gets clicks. Okay, this headline gets clicks, but it's kills mice. It doesn't mean it kills people. And I highly doubt that they've got a virus that kills 80% of people. But yeah, I know they say they're similar to humans. I'm not particularly concerned. Dear Bop, would you rather have the ability to copy anybody's voice, but you can't use your own, or have the ability to shapeshift, but only into woman? Now, just to be clear, I have the ability to shapeshift, and I have to change my shape into that of a woman, or I have the ability to shape shift into a woman, which is what you wrote. Because I'll take the into a woman, but if it's changed my shape into a woman, then I would take the voice. Thomas Bott says, we all know Kuroga paid Russia to invade Ukraine. Like, but what reason would we have to do that? Kuroga is friends to both Russia and Ukraine. Kuroga's friends to all the countries. We have the only country we are at a state of war with is Kurdistan. So we have no reason, to fight. Anyway, let's see what's going on. The all-you-can-eat stream is over officially. LDG finished eating all the fish in the sea. And then he ended it with a smoke. He ended it with a smoke, like any good ending. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's go through for the highlights. The highlights of the food stream. Okay, let's get a look at the buffet. Oh man, that was nice. What's that? Okay, let's come on. We don't want a full face. That is prime rib. Oh, nice. Okay. You see, you know it's a good thing when you can't cut your own. They got to cut it for you because you would just take it all. Nice. That's a nice prime rib. I think they had a thing of just liquid butter for the lobster that he was just taking like by the cupful. Which I don't get me wrong, I don't blame them. I would have, they had cups full of liquid butter. I'd probably take it too. There's the crab legs. Let's see. What do we got? More. Oh my God. Look at the butter off of his fingers. My God. Did he just stick his hand right in the fucking cup of butter? Oh my God. Look at those crab legs. Damn. This is making me hungry. Oh my God. Look at all that. Is that butter that leaked out? What did he have that marinating in butter? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. This is wow. He's triple dipping in butter. Oh my God. Oh, he's saying even if he wore a bib, it wouldn't matter. And their napkins, it wouldn't have helped. You're going to get your shirt dirty. Of course you are. Okay. Wow. Wow. Let's see. Is there anything worthwhile in the news? Dan Ben says he wasn't an entry, but apparently one of the best performances in Eurovision was when Justin Timberlake performed a song to promote his film Trolls. Thomas Bond says to distract the world for when you invade Europe. Shh. Professor Brainy Specs is bird of prey. What is funny is neither Kuroga nor Turtistan can even mount a successful attack against the other. Well, that's mutually assured destruction. Cody Guy says my cholesterol just went up. All our cholesterol went up. The entire cholesterol of the human race went up this afternoon. Resolute Germ says, I think that was more of a gravy boat full of butter. Yeah. Gap After Dark says, LDG ate 6 course and 2 bowls of clam chowder. Wow. He should have taken a Parker, says Resolute. Okay, going on in the news. Student loan forgiveness applications now formally open, Biden says. Yep, you go to the website. Go to the website. If you have student loans, go to the website and put in to have it forgiven, which basically means to have somebody else pay for your loans. I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to blame you if you go ahead and do it. But just forget, don't forget that it's not being forgiven, it's being transferred to taxpayers. Trump charged Secret Service exorbitant rates at his hotels, records show. I read that. It remains to be seen what the average rate really was. Maybe it was more than the government rate, but the government rate was for a cheap-ass motel, and you're staying at a 5-star luxury place. So, yeah, it's going to cost more. Okay? It's going to cost more than a fucking Motel 6. Russia attacks Ukraine with Iranian-made drones. That is crazy. I thought it said Celine Dion. It says Cedillo de Leon removed from LA City Council committees. I don't know why. Supreme Court declines to consider challenge to racist citizenship laws. Court rejects appeal to give American Samoans citizenship. Are American Samoans not citizens? Congress investigates Jackson water crisis and Mississippi's use of federal funds. Yellowstone star Kelsey Asbill shut down the red carpet in a button-down shirt and thigh-high boots. What does that mean, shut down the red carpet? I just want to see the boots. Oh, that's her. That's the wife of... I thought it was Beth. I was hoping it was Beth. But, okay. Fiona Hill, Elon Musk is transmitting a message for Putin. Yeah. Whatever. Star Trek, The Next Generation star, hope for Picard spin-offs with their TNG characters. Yeah, no. 4 friends missing in Oklahoma, found dismembered. Oh my God. FBI agent searching Bradstown farm. No, good. Florida coastal living reshaped by hurricane housing codes. That's probably a good thing. Let's see. Jury selection begins for a bad trial. New York, masks will not be required at the opera or ballet. Well, I'm surprised they were still required. The 2022 New York City 40 under 40. Guess what? It's not me anymore. Not me anymore. What this mega supermarket merger could mean for your grocery bills. 2 of the largest supermarkets in America are merging, Kroger is going to buy Albertsons. We have neither. We have neither a Kroger or an Albertsons. New iPads imminent. Blah, blah, blah. You could spend $10,000 on a DSLR camera, or you could buy a Pixel 7 Pro. The camera would probably last forever. Hacker gets discontinued PT running on unmodified PS5. What is PT? You know what? I don't care. Apple Watch. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly interesting. Harrison Ford said as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross for Captain America New World Order will star opposite Anthony Mackie. Now that's something interesting. Another Harrison Ford thing. We got former NASA astronaut. Oh, Jim McDevitt. Okay, I don't know who that is. Died at 93. Stunning, bizarre blue blobs hover Earth's atmosphere. Astronaut photo, but what are they? Brightest of all time gamma ray burst. That's interesting. Let's see. What are these? That's lightning. That's probably lightning.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a massive lightning strike somewhere in the Gulf of Thailand. I knew it. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm guessing that's probably going to be it for today. I am hungry and I only had a couple of bites of pasta, so I really would like to eat some more. Definitely not Celine Dion, no. Exorbitant rate at half price, yeah. Samoans are not citizens. Samoan is American possession, not a territory. Wow, Cation Mal. That is interesting to know. I never would have thought it.
Yeah.
And Positive Candor says, are masks required for Halloween? Trick or treat? Not for me, they aren't. Some of the best Halloween costumes have no mask at all, like sexy nurse or a sexy doctor or sexy cheerleader. Anyway, farewell, Columbus, Ohio. Qapla all. Bird out.
Grandma loved you.
Would have been happy if it actually did
But
something.
wait, there is more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams.
We're coming back. Sorry, guys. I forgot. I promised. Thank you, John Araki, and everyone else. We are going to end this with Kiss and Dax.